Every quilt has a story that's being told one stitch at a time. The Piatt County Museum is celebrating the quilts of Piatt County at their annual Quilt Festival. Callie McFarland joins me. Callie, glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about this quilt show and what you guys have in store.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our second annual quilt show. It's a fundraiser for the Piatt County Museum, and we have quilts from 23 Piatt County ladies quilters that are going to be on display. 5 speakers, 15 raffle quilts, several door prizes, a quilt appraiser. It's just going to be a wonderful time.
Absolutely. You've brought 2 to kind of show off here today. Now, we can see the amount of detail that goes into some of these quilts. Let's start with the one next to you. Tell me a little bit about this quilt.
Absolutely. So this is actually a museum donation from the 60s that we received. It was quilted in the late 1880s as a gift from a mother to her daughter who was getting married. It is a crazy quilt made out of silk patterns, or made out of silk fabrics, but it has this nice embroidery on it and then some velvet painting as well. So going from old to the new, we have an original pattern over here that was recently created by 2 ladies from the Piatt County area called In Full Bloom, and it has everything from hand-dyed batik fabrics that are involved and then some gorgeous machine patterning going on as well.
Yes, and you can see in the stitching of this one we talked about first, like these are, I don't even know how you would do some of these stitches here. Pretty incredible. So I bet going, you could kind of hear a little bit of the history of how this is put together. And how some of these, I mean, I've never seen stuff like this. Pretty incredible.
Definitely takes people with good eyes and good hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, as we mentioned, this In Full Bloom, is that what you called
Yes.
it? Mm-hmm. So pretty, so much color. Now, will some of these quilts be available for purchase?
The quilts that we'll have available for purchase are kind of pseudo-purchase through the raffle, but most of them are just for display, and there's so many patterns out there. And, you know, like you said, every quilt has a story to tell.
Yeah, we're kind of looking through a couple pictures here of other quilts that people may see. Do you know about how long it takes for someone to put a quilt together?
I think it just depends on if it's a quilting guild. We'll have 2 of those on at the event as well, or if it's just an individual. You know, it just depends on how ambitious they're going to be.
Yeah, and why is it important for the museum to put these on display? I know it's a fundraiser for you guys, but you could go any route, and this is the route you decided.
Absolutely. Well, you know, the museum is all about expressing and celebrating our heritage, and that's exactly what quilts do. They tell a story. They have different fabrics from different stories and different generations, and it's just continues to be passed down.
Yeah, and you mentioned speakers. What will they be covering? What will they be chatting about?
Anything from fabric use to quilt patterns to, you know, how to even get into quilting and make that kind of your thing.
Do you think you have to be a quilter to come and enjoy this?
Absolutely not.
Perhaps it'll inspire someone to take up?
We hope so. We hope so.
At least starting that conversation. Well, these are pretty neat. A lot of detail you can see just stitch by stitch. I can't imagine the amount of time that went into both of these.
Yes.
But also, as you mentioned, a story to tell. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk details of when people can come and time and all that.
Yep, absolutely. So it's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday at the Monticello Community Building, which is just on State Street in downtown Monticello.
Okay, we have a little bit of a layout of the day for you right there. Do people need to get tickets ahead of time?
Nope, they can buy them at the door. We do have an appraiser on site for quilts as well. They just need to sign in with their quilt when they get there.
Very good. Well, we appreciate you for joining us, Callie.
Thank you.
If you are interested in checking out this annual quilt show happening August 19th, we'll connect you on our website after today's show, CILiving.tv.